Thank you, Council, for reconsidering the City Center's open house date. It was really nice to tour its entirety. At last meeting, Councilman Young referenced the garbage contract signed last year. Councilman Weber, even though this is a done deal that cannot be revised, I ask that you review this contract carefully to understand that the councilmen who will return with you in January are not exactly the beacons of fiscal responsibility and defenders of capitalism they claim to be. Paying significantly more for a significantly inferior product is not capitalism. It's irrational. It's Joseph Stalin more than Adam Smith. Your review will show that their cronyism will waste 1 million taxpayer dollars over the next 5 years of this contract. Like I said, there's nothing that can be done about this. However, I'm hoping, Councilman Weber, that such a review will encourage you to make decisions that are in the best interest of our city, rather than simply following the returning council members. Now, I had honestly not formed an opinion of our mayor-elect. Then at the last meeting's open forum, Mayor-elect Stegner stepped beyond his pre-election politically careful rhetoric to form an opinion for me. During the open forum, Mayor-elect Stegner spoke of the 24.8% property tax increase incurred during the last 2 years, or in the last 2 years. He pointed out that this trajectory is not sustainable. He's absolutely right that a 24.8% trajectory is not sustainable. However, every thinking person knows that the city's taxes are not on a 24.8% trajectory. In the past 2 years, there has been a 24.8% increase because of two major improvements that had been talked about here for a number of years. Even though our taxes remain relatively low, no council would have approved another 24.8% increase for a long time. Cycles in a city spending are healthy and sustainable. This is why, until Stegner spoke last meeting, I had no problem with him taking over as mayor and overseeing a spending plateau. I'm worried now, though. He either doesn't understand the difference between trajectory and increase, which scares me, or he does not understand, or he has tried to dupe us, which equally scares me. Mayor-elect Stegner went on to claim that the previous council chose a Y over city jobs, telling us that the previous council knew city employees would lose their jobs if a Y was funded. He knows, though, that nobody on the previous council thinks a Y is worth more than jobs. Stegner is scapegoating the Y, a trick that incompetent people have always turned to. Any cuts will be this council's choice, and then, to show my gratitude, I'll grab all the money that the cuts saved me, and I'll take any one of you to McDonald's for a sundae. Finally, I want to address Steve's final comment. He said, I wonder if trading a couple Twins tickets was worth to the council a YMCA and a loss of jobs. Let me say it again. I wonder if trading a couple Twins tickets was worth to the council and a YMCA and a loss of jobs. I can say it 50 times and it won't make any more sense. Stegner hopes he can dupe dupable people with this red herring. Councilman Weber, let me fill you in here. In the midst of the YMCA debate, Councilman Winnick searched for a scandal to discredit anyone whom he disagreed with. In his witch hunt, he found that former Councilwoman Molly Bonnet, as a Lino Lakes YMCA board member appointed by the Forest Lake City Council, went, without paying, to a Twins game. Winnick decided that the board's team-building activity had to have violated the council's rule against gifts over $2. He had to drop the issue, though, when Molly, who doesn't even like professional sports, produced her two $1 tickets. Assuming that the details of the issue, but not the issue itself, had been forgotten, our future mayor rebirthed the issue in his speech last meeting. In his poorly worded sentence, Stegner senselessly twisted the facts, maliciously inferring that Councilwoman Bonnet's support of the Y was bought. Molly is my wife. I and my children take great offense to Stegner's inference. We lost Molly for countless hours last year as she carefully researched and analyzed every single issue brought before the City Council. My wife has become numb to the senselessness and malice of this city's notorious misanthropes and has tried to get me to do the same, pointing out that there is no way to argue against senselessness. However, Stegner's inference insults me and my children too deeply for me to keep my mouth closed. Councilman Weber, through the sacrifice you make during the next couple of years, your family will understand why I am so insulted. Councilwoman Young, I know you have worked really hard to advocate respectful discourse. I apologize for getting ugly here, but that man unforgivably crossed a line and spat right in my family's face. I also apologize for taking more than my 3 minutes. Thank you all.